hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, hi, hey, another video by me, Chaotic Debbie. Let me just, your eyes don't seem to be focusing well, so let me just, I don't know, what will be the best? No. Okay. Hi. Can you see me well? I think I'm gonna have to switch a little the focus. It's a little tricky. I don't want to put an autofocus. I don't like autofocus too much. However, hi. Welcome. One for you. I didn't forget. Hi. I'm very chaotic, as you can see. And not really prepared well for this video because it was a very spontaneous idea that I had. And I basically, as I set everything up, I added more things that I wanted to do, like mixing soft-spoken and whispering, which is kind of tricky without an autofocus, as I noticed, as I have to move away for the soft-spoken, because if I get too close, the mic won't be taking it very well, because it's too loud with my mic settings. So I have to move a bit, but the focus doesn't automatically move. Well, your eyes, it's you. No, kind of gaslighting. Okay. Let me see. Like that, maybe. Seems okay. Okay, so in my mind, as I was planning this was in fact less chaotic than it is right now. And I'm thinking of redoing this, but I don't think I will. Let's just make this like a casual video, maybe. I didn't want to make this a casual video. I actually wanted to do slow, soft-spoken, and slow whispering. It's too late for that now. It's too late. But that's okay, we're just gonna move along and go with what we have and improvise. So it's good to see you. If this is a casual video now, we might as well have like a casual mood, you know. So I hope you're doing well. Thank you for still watching. Okay, I shouldn't laugh, I know. Laughing is something I really hate in ASMR when somebody does it. Not because I don't like people laughing, that sounds really mean. But because sometimes it scares me, or it's like harsh on my ears. Even if it's like a silent laugh and they're like just breathing, but it's like so sudden. And it can scare me, so I promise if I can't do it, I won't be laughing anymore. now that we've come to the decision of this not being a very well-planned video, more chaotic and casual, this probably won't be the best for sleeping. Also because I'm gonna probably maybe have some background noise going on. It's still relatively early in the evening. It's not, but for ASMR filming it is early because there's still too many people awake driving around in cars, or my neighbors, I think they're also still awake. So it's actually just like past 11 p.m. so it's really not that late. However, I hope you're doing good. I know I said that already, but I really do. So even though this video might not be helping you to fall asleep, maybe it can help you relax a bit and wind down, get your mind off of things. You know, just maybe put a smile on your face at some point. I'm actually not that goofy right now. Like sometimes, as you might know, if you're watching my videos more often than today, you might know that I'm sometimes like just getting the zoomies, and I still decide to film a video, and then I know it can obviously, hopefully, be entertaining for some people. So I don't know about today, but I'm gonna, just gonna do my thing here. Hopefully you can enjoy it. So what I did plan and wanted to do, and what we're still gonna do, is I wanted to sneak in a few triggers in this video, because the algorithm doesn't like me doing videos dedicated to a lot of triggers, different ones, so I don't do that. Like I like my videos being dedicated to like a certain soundscape, like a certain trigger or type of sound, but sometimes I would like to do more different sounds in one video as well. So I wanted to sneak these in today, and I went over to my trigger shelf and I grabbed a few things. Not too many, but just some things I haven't used in a while. Like this coaster. I don't know the word for this actually in English. The material. In German it's Filz. Filz. Coaster is Untersetzer. Filz Untersetzer. And sounds really good. The scratching, scratching. And the tapping, switching between whispering and soft spoken is actually quite hard for me. I don't know. I keep like drifting into whispering, and it's really hard to switch. Like sometimes sometimes I get asked if it's like hard to quickly switch languages, between English and German. In my case, I don't speak any other language. I only speak these two. And actually, it's not really. For me, for some reason, switching languages isn't really hard. But switching between these voice cracks, switching between whispering and soft-spoken, whispering and soft-spoken is quite hard. It's really hard. It's really hard. I don't know. It's not that easy to do. Maybe I should, or I would need to practice doing that more often. I really rarely do soft-spoken. However, I honestly don't think it would help. Maybe it's because of my asthma. How do you pronounce that in English? I know it's like written the same, but medical words are like my biggest struggle in English. So asthma. German, it's asthma. I have that, and I think this, like me having asthma, is actually the reason why I don't struggle with whispering so much, because from a lot of other ASMR artists over the time, I've heard that they struggle a lot with whispering for a longer period of time, and I don't. Like, they get a sore throat, and it's just really harsh, which should be like, it's logical. Whispering is not good for your vocal cords and whatnot. And I actually have a theory on that. I might have shared that before in one of my videos, but I'm just gonna do it again while we get to the second trigger. This beautiful sponge. So my theory is that because of my asthma and because I have really bad lungs, like they're not in a good condition because I can't breathe through my nose, but that's a different story. And I grew up in a big city, so a lot of bad stuff in my lungs. So my lungs are not good and I have asthma. So my lung capacity is not very good, and I don't have as much air available for talking, and that includes whispering. So I think because of that medical condition, I somehow use less force or air when whispering, So, like, actually less than when I'm breathing, or, it's not exhausting for me at all. Don't laugh. Okay, not you, me, not you. You're allowed to laugh as much as you want. Laughing is good. Dopamine, So, so I think that's why whispering is like not as harsh for me, and not as difficult to do for a long time. I hope the motorbike isn't too loud. Anyways, so I think that it's also the reason my whispering sounds the way it sounds, and why my mic settings are the way they are, because they have to be quite high for my whispering to be audible properly. And there's actually people complaining sometimes that my whispering is too quiet, but I'm like not whispering quietly on purpose. I just can't whisper more loudly, and my mic settings are already really sensitive, so they pick up my whispering in the first place. However, I'm sorry about the cars in the background. I hope they're not too bothering. However, it's also like, a lot of viewers are obviously watching because you hopefully like the way that I'm whispering. And it's not like a conscious thing. It's not like I'm forcing myself to whisper in what I think is a more relaxing way. I wish that was the case. I just can't whisper differently. Like, I can't. I am physically not able to, because of my bad lungs. Like, I can't. I just can't. I don't have the air to whisper more loudly. So, I think that's also the reason why it's like hard for me to do soft spoken, why I don't like doing it, and why it is much harder on my vocal cords than whispering is, because of that medical background that I have that I can't change. And it doesn't really bother me. What does bother me is the car. Why can't it? Like, what are they doing even? Are they like driving in circles? I don't know. I really hope, like, I hear sounds that are not getting picked up by the microphone, that I like hear from outside the headphones and not through my headphones, and sometimes like both, so it sounds double as loud to me, but it's still bothering me a lot right now. Go away. I'm talking to my window. Either way, so I don't know. That might be the reason why it's hard for me to do soft-spoken videos. I don't like it either. I don't really like my voice. I think nobody does, actually. Because, because of the fact that we all hear ourselves differently than what we sound to others. So I don't really think that anybody likes how their voice sounds. That includes me. I don't like how my voice sounds soft-spoken. I hear my own voice much deeper, much more like when I'm spoken for the first time, they tell me that they're surprised because they thought my voice would sound different, difficult word for soft spoken, different, than what they expected. Shh, neighbors, shh, go to sleep. So, yeah, that's because my whispering sounds basically how I hear my own voice. But my soft-spoken doesn't. Like when I talk deeper on purpose, then maybe. No, it doesn't. That just sounds silly. How do you like this sound, by the way? I love this trigger. So, would you actually like, if you're still listening and willing to comment, you can let me know, but you don't have to. Like, no meaning you have to. It's all voluntarily. So, would you like to see me sneaking more triggers into my Ramble videos? Or not? I actually have another one. Or would you maybe like to see more soft-spoken videos, or mixed? Maybe you like the mixed. I personally, I don't really like soft-spoken, like listening to it, because it's, how can I describe it? It's like it distracts me if I'm like doing something else. It's like listening to something. I can't just have it running. I always have to listen to it actively. Same with when I'm like watching a video or listening to a podcast or having the TV running. I cannot fall asleep to that. It always distracts me if I'm doing something else as well. That's like really hard for me, so I don't like it for that reason, and also for falling asleep. A lot of times I also think it's too harsh. Like for ASMR, it's like more like normal talking to me, which then isn't relaxing to me. But like, again, that's all personal preference and like personal, like ASMR is so subjective. Like really is. Like there's like nothing wrong with liking or disliking something. You might hate this and that's fine. I'm never gonna be like angry at you for that. Like why would I? It's subjective. You like the ASMR that you like, and that's totally fine. So what I was about to say was that sometimes though I like the switching between whispering and soft-spoken because it can give me tingles, like the switching with the sudden close-up whispering can be really tingly to me personally. But not always. It's like certain days or mood, or I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Let me know what you think and what you thought of this kind of super, not kind of, super chaotic not very well planned. Probably not well executed either. But that's okay. It's a journey, it will always be. So, let me know what you think. Definitely let me know if you would like me to do more spontaneous, very spontaneous rambles like this. And, the other stuff that I asked, I can't remember. So, before I cringe myself to death because of myself, I'm gonna end this. I hope it was enjoyable if you're still watching. Please get a video now that can help you fall asleep. I'm gonna be back with a more sleep-inducing video for the next one, so don't worry. This will, if it's happening again, it will stay an exception, you know. However, sleep well. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Stay safe.